Hello. Oh my goodness. This is actually my first recorded, I guess, teaching slash insight video. Um, I am excited to do these videos because it brings more insight to my channel and who I am as a person, what I do, my skills, my giftings of what I do, and just really kind of helping you to connect the dots. And so I'm super excited of just really for this channel in general. Um, I've been actually pretty much manifesting this channel for a while now, at least more than a year. This channel was actually supposed to launch last year, totally different name, Travel in the Life of a Healer. I was going to name it. And then I thought about it and I was like, but I have more. I have more to offer you. I have more to offer this channel. And so it would be a disservice to name it Travel in the Life of a Healer. So I went with the name that I named my podcast, The Healer's Realm. So I really like that. It's all encompassing of healing and what my whole life is about. This is not something that I just do from 9 to 5. Monday through Thursday or Monday through Friday or on the weekends. This is something that is actually my life 24/7. I do this because I love it. I do this because man, it's just a wonderful feeling to know healing. And I do this because I love you. So here we go. So one of the things that I did not mention in my intro is my giftings. I have several giftings, and one of them I'm going to utilize in this this video. So this video is basically all about the insights of what 22. Oh my God, we're only 22 years old. Isn't that funny? No, in 2022, in 2022. I'm going to really just break down the forecast for this year, what is going to be experienced, what people may be going through, and everything else. I've been really doing this publicly. This is, I believe, the third year, maybe third or fourth. I think it's the third. But I actually did this already on my Facebook channel. On my Facebook page, I don't know what's going on with me today. But on my Facebook page, I already did this. I usually do it at the very beginning of the year, in between the maybe first, second day to the 5th at the most of the year. Well, that's when I normally get the insight. I get the visions. Visions, I'll come back to that in a moment. But this year, I got it early. I got it in November. And I'm like, I don't know why I'm getting it early. I don't know. Usually it comes in, the very beginning of the year. I don't know why, what's different about this year that it's coming at the time that it's coming. And so I'm like, okay, well, we're just going to roll with it. But first of all, I'm a seer. I have been doing this. Like I first started getting visions and dreams and things like that at the age of 5. So that's when, really I could remember, me having gifts, me communicating with God, the spiritual realm, whatever what I want to call it. I was doing that at 5, and I didn't know what I was doing. But I'm going to have a totally different video on that. I'm going to really break down to let you know what a seer is in a different video, as well as compared to other giftings. So yeah, I'm a seer. I love being a seer. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. And so this year, I I was able to get the vision of what this year was going to be like last year in November. And it continued to give me confirmations throughout the whole end of last year, all the way up into the day that I actually went on ahead and shared it with the public. And so the things that I saw that are going to be happening, and this is like super exciting because let me just tell you what the last year was. The last year was all about embodiment. And this is, mind you, I always say in this assignment, because there's people that won't be going through the same thing. But for the people that is hearing this, and for the people that is called to this, and or I'm called to, whatever the case may be, this is for you. So I always say the people in this assignment. Last year was all about embodiment. It was, people were having these wonderful transitions, and sometimes it felt good, sometimes it didn't. I will also bring in some stories about my own embodiment and what that was like for me throughout the channel, on a different video. But it was an amazing time for so many people, amazing time of transformation, amazing time of really discovering who they are, rebranding, whatever the case may be. It was a beautiful, beautiful time. And I enjoyed it. It was, and to be perfectly honest, last year went so fast. It went so fast, but very, very impactful. That's what it felt like to me. And so this year, 2023, oh my gosh, when I got the vision for 2023 and what it was all going to be about, I was shocked. I was like, oh my gosh, like, yes, yes, because a lot of people, including myself, have been waiting for birthing some things. I have a lot of things to birth. A lot of things that I've been thinking about, dreaming about, putting together, and it is time. And hence this channel. And so, the thing about it is it's birthing and rebirthing season for so many people, including myself. And it's not only just about one birth, but it's about many births, multiple births. And now this could be in a sense of an actual human being, actual being, actual child. It could be in a sense of rebranding your business, rebranding yourself, coming into your own being. It could be in the sense of birthing out joy. It could be in the sense of birthing out more peace in your life. It could be in the sense of birthing a relationship that you've been wanting and desiring. It doesn't have to be anything. It's different for each person, let's just say. The birthing will be different for each person, but it's going to be a season of a lot of different births. One of the births that I know that is going to be happening for me is recompense. I love that word. My bestie, she is the one who actually said that I hear recompense. And I said, yes, this is me. This is for me. Recompense is for me, because sometimes when you're sewing, the things don't always spread out, spring up fast. It could take a while. And this is the season of my harvest time. This is the season of recompense. And, I would love for that to be your season too. So the other thing that I saw and heard was that children's ears and hearts will be open more. Now, mind you, open more for adults, mothers, fathers, parents, adults that love them and want the highest and best good for them. So this is for them, that it will be much more easier for you to pour into them. You to pour into them ancient ways, wisdom, healing, information. It will just be much more easier. Their ears and their hearts will be open in this season, in this year. And so that was a wonderful thing because, I have 5 kids and yeah, sometimes, as a mother, they love you, love you, love you, but sometimes they're not as quick to listen. And so, I definitely am going to be enjoying this season, seeing what all they absorb and how they get strengthened and how they move into a better understanding of life and ascend in their own right. And so this is good. This is that season. Another thing that I saw, and let me just tell you about this vision. This vision came up years ago, like in 2016, 17, right? And it was crazy because when I had it, it was so vivid. And I was actually talking to a psychic friend. It was a person that actually she did like a school or something like that. I something. And so I was just talking to her and everything else, and she asked me something about, I think she asked me, what do I see in the future? And it just came to me. And it was so beautiful, so vivid. And all I saw was people from the mountains and, caves and all of these kind of things, like coming out of from under a rock and stuff like that. They were coming out basically from hiding and coming down to help and teach us. And I also saw my own self coming out of a cave in Africa. Now that makes sense to me. And it didn't make sense to me, but it did. But I was just at that time, I had not yet really grasped and understood my giftings as much. And so I still had questions, but I did tell people about this vision that I had. I was super excited about it. I knew, and the only thing how I could really articulate it, it was like, they're like mutant X's, like, they're superheroes, kind of like coming to save the day, coming to save us and help us and teach us and, let us to grow and ascend and transcend and all this wonderful things. And I was super excited because it was the best feeling ever. Yeah. So they're not mutant X's. Fast forward to today, they're not mutant X's, but they are people of high wisdom. They are people of ancient understanding. And I'm not going to say that they're like indigenous. Some of them may be indigenous. Some of them may be your next door neighbor that is just now waking up, just now embodying himself or herself, and now they're ready to teach. It's a wonderful thing. And, I'm not going to also say that they're going to come out of caves. I do believe that the caves and the mountains and underneath the rock was because they were in hiding. They were hidden for such a time as this. And now it's safe. It's the time to come out and start to help us, teach us, help us to evolve and ascend. And so that's what I saw, one of the visions, that this time, what I saw back then is now happening now. I don't believe for this, and also the last thing that I saw, I don't believe that it's just for 2023. I think it's moving forward. But yeah, it's here. It's here. And so the last thing that I want to talk about that I saw was that the guardians of the bloodlines are going to be more vocal. That was interesting to me because guardians have been coming in to my awareness for quite some time. And I was, me personally, I never want to pull the trigger. When I say pull the trigger, say something about future tense things unless I am completely sure that that is the message, completely understanding that that is the message. And now, mind you, if I'm being told by spirit that it's the message, I'm going to be obedient and say it. But in all actuality, this is this is what I saw, this is what I felt. But it was very interesting because the guardians of the bloodlines, them being vocal, more vocal. I'm really interested into knowing how that's going to look and how that's going to be. And once again, this thing, I believe, is going to go not only for the year 2023, but also going beyond. And so I'm super excited. And I think another reason why these things have been initiated is because it is the healer season. It's been the healer season for a while now, but it's also going to continue to be the season for the healer season for quite some time. And so it's just wonderful to be in this season. It's wonderful to be alive at such a time as this and be experiencing wonderful, amazing things that are going on in this world, transformations, growth, healing, amazing, incredible people that are being birthed into their embodiment, being embodied and everything else. And so I'm excited. That was the forecast for 2023. Next year, I'll do the forecast a lot earlier because I will not have, this show would be open. My actual launch has not yet happened as I'm recording this, the launch of my channel. So it's a little bit late, but once again, I have already placed it. I have already did it on my Facebook page. I already went to my Facebook page and did the video and everything else. And so that one was at least a little bit earlier, and not as late as this one. But let me know what you think. Put some comments in the bottom, some like it, thumbs up. And also share this because I think that, understanding what's going on with what's happening to you is so empowering for the person, and healing for the person that's going through it. So you never know who may be actually in this assignment and actually going through these things, and this could help. So I will see you next video. Bye.